I will take the time to go under my vehicle, inspect the things I should inspect under my vehicle.
Do they come down here with us?
No, you're not even going to come down here at all. This is the only time we're going to do this, so record it good. Okay? All right, here we go, okay? Okay, so now under my vehicle, the first thing I would check for my air governor. I'll check my air governor. Want to make sure my air governor isn't cracked, it's not leaking any air, there's no loose or missing bolts, and it's properly secured. The next thing we're going to check for is our air dryer. We'll check our air dryer. Want to make sure it's not cracked, it's not leaking, there's no loose or missing bolts, and it's properly secured. From here, I would check my air lines. I'll check my air lines. Want to make sure they're not cracked, they're not cut, they're not leaking any air, and they're properly secured. The next thing I would check for is my air tanks. I have two air tanks, my primary and my secondary air tank. I want to make sure that they're not cracked, they're not leaking any air, there's no loose or missing bolts, and it's properly secured. I do want to mention that I will drain my air tanks daily to prevent any moisture in the system. From here, I will check my transmission. That's my transmission right there. I'll check my transmission. I want to make sure that it's not cracked, it's not leaking, there's no loose or missing bolts, and it's properly secured. The next thing I would check for is my U-joints. I'll check my U-joints. Want to make sure that my U-joints are not cracked. Want to make sure there's no loose or missing bolts. Want to make sure that they're properly greased, that they're free of any debris, and that they're properly secured. The next thing I would check for is my drive shaft. I'll check my drive shaft. Want to make sure my drive shaft isn't cracked, it's not bent, it's not hanging, and it's properly secured. I'll check my carrier bearing. Want to make sure it's not cracked, there's no loose or missing bolts, and it's properly secured. From here, I'm gonna go to my differential, which is that big hub right there. I'll check my differential. Want to make sure it's not cracked, there's no loose or missing bolts, and it's properly secured. Did I say leaks on that one?
No.
Okay, sorry. I'll check my differential. Make sure it's not cracked, it's not leaking, there's no loose or missing bolts, and it's properly secured. From there, I'll check my axle. The axle is the one holding the tires, the wheels.
Okay.
I'll check my axle. Want to make sure it's not cracked, it's not leaking, and it's free of any illegal welds. And put pause right there.